And we should be live.
Hot dog.
Hey. Everyone say
Hello.
hi whenever you get here. We started a little bit late, but it's okay.
It's us. I don't know that anyone expected any less.
I'm also going to be eating on this live, so I hope y'all don't mind. Carrie's here. Carrie, how did you get locked out of your channel?
Carrie?
All right, let me tweet this real quick. I think I've put it everywhere else. I'm really excited to talk about this one because I actually reread it, so and I love this book, so it feels really good, you know. I actually have one that I liked for once. I feel like it doesn't happen often where we have one that we all like.
No, but that one is Katee Roberts' Touch of Taboo series is just so good.
It is. It is absolutely fantastic.
I also apologize while Tamika is eating on the live. I'm doing my nails on the live.
She is, in fact, doing her nails. And I feel like no one expects anything else from the combination of me and May.
They shouldn't be.
All right. I've
changed phone numbers and they won't let me on account recovery.
What? It'll let you on it on your phone or on your computer, but not your phone?
Carrie, you let me know who I need to hit. I am offering lots of physical violence today, friends. I don't know why.
You offered a lot of physical violence just for someone posting a picture on Facebook today.
That's because that was stupid.
You think so? We can't go into details on this live, so.
It was mean.
You think so? Probably.
No. I just defend you to the death, regardless.
Oh. All right, we have 5 other people here. Everybody say hi in the comments, and then we'll get started on the actual discussion of the book. I just want to make sure we've got it on line, that we're live, and that we're going to be... Oh, Church is playing with the box.
Why am I buzzing?
Oh, I just tagged you.
Oh.
Yeah, Elle, she's really violent today. I don't know what's up with her.
What else is new?
Not a lot. All right, I think we've got...
So you guys see me as this like sweet human, which I am.
May is really sweet.
Don't cross me.
May will fight someone for the people she loves.
My mom tells me all the time that she's going to get me a shirt that says "Come at me, bro."
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay,
you lead this discussion because I don't know what we're doing.
Okay.
I just read a book that I love, so.
You did. All right, so we all read the new not the new Katee Robert, the Katee Robert book in the Touch of Taboo series.
My dad's best friend.
Yes,
what your dad'll do.
Yeah, that's the book. I guess we'll talk about non-spoilery things, and then we'll jump into the spoilers because
it's basically erotica. Is there a spoiler? It's a novella and it's all sex. Is there a spoiler?
Cool. Let's talk about primal kink because that's in this book. That was my favorite part.
You need to read the 4-leaf.
I do want to read
Primal Kink.
I love Primal Kink
because holy shit, I forgot. I didn't even know it was called Primal Kink.
I fucking love Primal Kink. It is one of my absolute favorite things in books, and I forgot it was in it.
Me too. I didn't know that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go ahead and establish that I don't think Katee Robert writes a bad book. There may be a book I disliked by her, but it typically has nothing to do with her writing and that I just don't like the topic of the book. Like, I don't think I've ever read a Katee Robert and be like, God, I wish I hadn't read this. Same.
I have one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. It was the one where the girl was like super annoyed by the hero having tattoos. And was like a
I don't know
bitch
what
for
one
the
that
fact
is.
he had tattoos. I DNF'd it. I didn't like it.
I don't know which one that is.
I'll find the name of it for you. I just can't remember. Okay, so it will be spoilers on how they did it, but if we're ready to talk spoilers, we can. Because it was my favorite scene in the entire book. That was gonna be my next question. Was what was everybody's favorite scene in the book? This is mine.
Um, well, so do we need to talk about like how it starts? Like that's because that's not spoilery. You can see my pillow. I took a nap on the couch before I went to that play.
Look at Phoenix.
Much like me doing my nails and you eating on the live.
I mean,
These are normal.
very. Okay, so we'll talk spoilers. If they said they'd conjure up Steve Jobs gets to fix it. Accurate, Carrie. Accurate. All right, so we'll talk about. I guess we'll kind of go in order. I guess we can talk about the beginning, like how it's set up, and then we'll talk about the favorite scenes.
Okay.
So Phoenix wants y'all to know that she really loved this book. Megan, if you want to start with like your thoughts and your rating and how many times you've read it, because I know you've read it more than once.
This is either my second or third time reading it.
Mm-hmm.
It might be my favorite Katee Robert.
You think so?
Yeah.
Does
Like I love the Wicked Villains. I love Desperate Measures. But I think I love this more because it's got a little bit of everything without being dark. So it's a girl who has taken over her dad's company and she goes to her dad's best friend for help. He's an architect and she's like, "Hey, I'm working with these people and they only want you." Sorry, you can see my light. And she's like, "They only want you to do this." And he tells her no. And she gets caught in a downpour. Like a tsunami or something. Not a tsunami, like
a really bad thunderstorm.
Yeah, and so she can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
So she has to stay with him, and he catches her getting off in his sheets, and that's how it starts.
Mm-hmm. And they also have a fling kind of situation where they kiss, and she wanted more 6 years ago, and he pushed her away. So they've also got that going.
But in his defense on that one, and I don't defend men very often, but in his defense on that one, she was like 22.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it was a bad thing he did that. I'm just saying that's part of the history between them.
No, yeah, that is part of it.
For their history. So now we can talk about our favorite scenes and we can talk about all that. So May, tell us your rating, and just your
7.
Thoughts. 7?
7 out of 5.
Okay, 7 out of 5.
10 out of 5. I mean, it is pure smut, but it's not erotica because it actually has the HEA. I learned from Katee Roberts' short dabble into the erotica world that erotica doesn't have to have an HEA.
Mm-mm.
I loved the daddy kink. I loved the role play in this.
Oh my God, yes.
Where he's like, "You have to be quiet or we're going to get caught," even though they're just in his house and it's just the two of them. Hi, Heather.
Heather, hi, what are you doing?
I loved how willing he was to make any fantasy she had come true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
You want me to put on a 3-piece suit and go sit in my office and pretend to work? You got it. Give me 20 minutes. I forgot how to tie a damn tie. And my favorite scene, my favorite non-sex scene was the ending.
Yeah, but how many non-sex scenes are there?
Well, he cooks her dinner or he cooks her breakfast and she gets to wander around the house.
So you had two to choose from.
3. Okay. You had the opening. And that one in the middle. That one, and you had the end when he goes to her.
I still fucked in that.
But he went to her and he was like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work for me."
My favorite scene outside of the primal kink, because we'll talk about our favorite like things that we're in a second. Phoenix baby, I'm gonna need you to get over there. Well,
Hi,
come over
Ashley.
here and say hi. Was the scene where he's like, make me some cookies, and then she was like, cool. And then she was like, well, I'm not liking this. I'm gonna make a mess so that you have to do other things. Hi, Ashley.
See, she made cookies.
And then he fucked her while she made cookies.
But she made cookies first.
Oh my god, May. This book had like 2 minutes of in the 5-hour audiobook, 2 minutes of non-sex.
I don't read Katee Robert for the non-sex.
I will say I had a much better time listening to it than I did physically reading it with my eyes.
I read it with my eyes last weekend. It was a good time.
I read it for the first time. I gave it 3.5, and I read it this time, and I'm giving it a 4.5.
Her
It's
Touch
not
of
my favorite
Taboo
Katee Robert.
series is so good. It is so good.
Who else read it?
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about that primal kink, but I want to ask you all who read it first.
I think you'll like the floral. I don't
think Katee. I don't think any. Oh yeah, I read Katee Robert for the plot. Okay, the plot's smut.
I read it for the plot of
Banging is the plot.
Desperate Measures.
I love Desperate Measures.
That was like my first.
I just love the daddy kink she does. She does it in so many of her books now, and it just makes me so happy. Also, can we talk about the fact that this heroine in this one, she's bisexual?
Yes.
And I loved that.
Well, because Katee is a queer author, isn't she? Am I categorizing her wrong?
She is. I think she's pan. Usually land on a 3 for Katee. I do if I physically read the Taboo series, but if I listen to her audiobooks, they get higher. Like all of the Wicked Villains have gotten higher because I've read them with audio. I usually give any of her audios higher than physically reading them.
Listen, I love Katee Robert.
So let's talk about that primal scene where she was like, I want you to chase me and make me do things. Like it borders on CNC, but it's not quite CNC.
Yeah, and much like with CNC, as long as you talk about it.
I love CNC in books.
You do.
Mm-hmm, I do.
Look, Tamika, I'm drinking my drink.
I'm so proud of you. Sorry, guys, I'm eating with my mouth full or talking with it.
Totally off topic. This is not Diet Mountain Dew. Nor is it alcohol.
Mm-hmm. What's your first, Ashley? If anyone had to guess what mine was, what would we say?
Do I really need to say it?
I was going to see if anyone else knew.
For a lesbian.
There it is.
For a lesbian. You love daddy kink.
I do, in fact, love the daddy kink.
For a lesbian. Ooh, Ashley, I cannot get behind degradation. I degrade myself on a regular basis. I have a praise kink. I hope my mother never sees this.
It's very accurate.
For a lesbian.
Yep. That is
You love your daddy kink.
I do. And if anyone tries to take my daddy kink away, I would punch him in the mouth. So
you got him. I'm not going to say that out loud.
I love praise kink. Oh yeah, I love that. It's so good. There was a lot of baby girl in this, and that's like my favorite pet name.
I love the role play scene.
I love the
where
role
he's like, you need to be quiet because we're going to get caught. Even though it was his house and they weren't.
Yeah. even though there was no one there. I think my other favorite one was where he literally was like, answer the phone. He won't leave you alone. Answer the phone. And then he like fucks her while she's on the phone with that dude. Yes, I love Baby Girl. It's so good. I know some people have a lot of issue with it, but I love it.
I don't have an issue with it. I was thinking my uncle calls me baby doll, and I was thinking that I had an issue with it, but just because, it's my pet name from my uncle, but he calls me baby doll.
A lot of people hate Good Girl and Baby Girl. I don't understand why. Like, it's very praise kink. So maybe if you don't like praise, I have a theory that gifted and talented kids and really smart kids from school have a praise kink because they're used to being praised for good.
Do you know what I did not need from you today?
To be called out?
Yeah, I call you out. You call me out.
I called myself out just now too, so.
Why do you think I read Steve Rogers fan fiction?
I love it. I think it's so good. Like, it just like gives me butterflies whenever I read it in a book. So I'm like, it's so cute. Literally. Top of our class, right here.
I was 7th in my class.
I was top of my class. I was in the top 20. I was actually number 21 because I just barely missed it, but whatever.
Oh, I was number 7.
I had like 120 kids in my class.
I had like 80. One of our kids we literally did not think was going to graduate.
One of them went to Harvard.
No, that was the class between us.
Oh.
He was just in my classes.
He was.
He did go to Harvard. He now works at Microsoft. We're still buddies. If anyone was curious.
Hi. I'm glad you're here. Yes. Yes. This right here. This right here.
I also kind of wish there was a little more spanking. Is that weird?
Not weird at all. I wanted more impact play.
Overall, though, Katie did us right.
Like I said like 5 million times. If you've not read the series,
Your Dad Will Do is also really good.
I want to re-listen. I want to reread that one, but listen to it, and I want to read this entire series through audio now because I'm convinced that I'll love them on audio.
What's the other one?
Gifting Me to His Best Friend.
I never read that one.
And then Seducing
My Guardian. I haven't read that one either.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can talk about why the book's taboo. Why is this trope taboo? Because I guess that's the whole point of Taboo Book Club is to talk about why it's taboo and why people don't want to read it.
First of all, I don't know why anyone would not want to read anything Katie Robert.
That's very true because Katie Robert is, in fact, the queen of taboo, I would say. She's so good at it. Like, everything she has something taboo in it.
Apparently, in her new one, the dragon has 2 penises. I've been told I need to read it.
I just bought it, so you can take it from my Kindle whenever I'm done. Or before I'm done. I really don't give a shit. Isabel
also told me I needed to read it.
Is the best friend one good? Because I really want to.
There is sword crossing.
Oh, it's spicy. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm in.
I think it doesn't take much to.
Yeah, if I listen to too much Katie Robert back to back, it does feel too familiar, except the Wicked villains for me.
The Wicked villains, I think that's just because they're so different.
I agree. I think they're so different, you can get away with it.
Oh my God, that's something we can talk about on the Dark Ones live too, is how this kind of stacks up to Katie Roberts. Sorry. That's where my brain went.
It's okay.
With Hook and Tink and stuff.
In the beginning of the book, she talks about his shower. Oh my God, I know. His shower sounded like a dream.
Heaven?
Yeah, it sounded like a dream. In the middle of the Dragon's Bride. Yep, he has 2 penises. And a tail.
Jesus Christ. Wait, you only got so many holes. You're welcome. Hope you weren't planning to monetize this.
This is late night conversations with May. This is what our FaceTime dates look like.
And I am absolutely exhausted, so they're a little less filtered.
Yes, we're gonna have a dark one live.
We don't have it. We don't have it scheduled yet,
but we are. It is confirmed.
It is coming. It's coming. Hopefully this week.
Yeah, me, May, and Izzy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else is going to join or if anyone else is going to join, but we all three will for sure be there because I'm finishing the book.
I think it's going to be on Izzy's channel.
It's going to be on either mine or Izzy's. We don't know yet.
They're taking it from me, Carrie. Can you believe them?
You could do it if you wanted it.
I don't want it. I've done the last 2 lives.
Okay.
I have finished the dark one.
I am 40% through the dark one. Get down, baby.
And 30 out of 10. Stands well against the Never King. They stand well together. So the biggest part of this book being taboo, number 1, is the daddy kink in it and the age gap.
Sorry, Phoenix is being a hellion as per usual.
No, it's fine. I tell you, don't fuss at her. The age gap makes it taboo. And he is very against, like, he's trying not to do it because he's her dad's best friend.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't do this. Your dad is my best friend.
I feel like the age gap is like the least taboo thing about this. Like 100% the taboo element is the fact that it's dad's best friend, but also at the same time, like everything else is so much more taboo than that part.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything they do is so much more taboo. Like,
I do not disagree with you at all on this.
Yeah, baby.
I feel like I want us to disagree on something just for kicks. Just to give the people a show.
You have to read the Never. Yes, you have to read the Never King. It's so good. Okay, Phoenix is literally trying to jump across the table on me.
Phoenix, we are busy, baby. I know. You hear May.
Come here. You can see your Aunt May. Here, there you go. This is all she wanted was to see her Aunt May, and she was trying to climb across the table to do it.
She heard me. She said she doesn't let Mom fuss at me.
She does not let me fuss at her. Are you talking about the dark one, Heather? I'm 25% in. I'm so excited to finish it. I made the live in the channel in the Discord this morning, yesterday, sometime.
I'm sorry that from now until forever, everything is equated to the Never King. Because holy cow.
So
your dad will do was fantastic too. Yes.
I think that I want to know why we think it's so taboo to date our parents' best friends. I mean, I know why some people consider it taboo. It doesn't weird me out like it does some people.
But I think that it also depends on like your parents' age versus their best friend's age. Because like my parents are both in their early 50s. And their friends are mid 40s, typically mid 40s to mid 50s. Some are older. My dad's best friend is older than that. And I think it would just depend on who it was. Now, if they had a best friend closer to my age, well, and it's I say this about Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan. I say it all the time. They are both closer to my parents' age than my age, and I think that would freak them out. I don't think it's so much that we're concerned with dating our parents' best friends as it is what are our parents going to say.
I think it would be another thing too, kind of like Ashley pointed out, because I've not got to read all these, but Ashley's just popped up. Like seeing you being born and growing up. My dad's never had the same best friend. My dad is like the type of person that he rotates through his friends. So he's like, I think my dad has ADHD because he like hello.
Not your dad.
He fixates it on people.
Not your dad.
And he rotates through them. So he like has like really good best friends that he'll talk to literally from the time he wakes up until the time he goes to bed. Huh. Codependency, where I learned it from. Um and his friends have rotated through my entire life, but I think if it was someone that had seen me when I was a baby and he had taken me around them, like mine growing up when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and like they had stayed in my life, I think he'd be upset.
My dad has worked at the same place for 33 years. Longer than my brother's been around. My dad's worked at the same place since he was 18. He's moved around and stuff. Like he's not in the same job.
Yeah.
But he's worked for the same place, worked for the same company. And so I grew up knowing a lot of those guys. And my dad's very best friend from that calls himself my uncle. I'm friends with his wife on Facebook, and every year on my birthday, happy birthday from Uncle Gerald and Aunt Joyce. And like he has other friends that I could see that would be willing to date me regardless of their stance.
Yeah, I think because this is the other thing I was going to bring up. If my dad were to get someone now that was his best friend, with me 24 years old, will be 25 this year, like literally in a couple months, and my dad's 51 or 52, something like that. It would not be the same kind of situation. It would be oh, are you single? Are you a good guy? Here, let me set you up with my daughter, even though she's a raging lesbian.
Well, your dad does they do like to try to set you up with men, even though you are a raging lesbian.
They do.
You're on here talking about daddy kink, so.
I mean, I understand how it's confusing. I do. Yeah, there might be slight grooming, strange feelings of attraction when they're younger. Yeah, that's 100% what I think it is too.
Yeah, I can see that 100%.
100% think it's that, because it just feels weird for someone that's known me since I was in diapers to want to have a sexual relationship with me when I'm of age.
Well, and I know this is probably a stupid comparison, but I mean, look at the last Twilight book.
Oh my God, no, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
And how Bella loses her shit because Jacob is like,
Imprints
my soulmate. Yeah. Your newborn is my soulmate.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
So like somebody that you've seen your whole life and you've called your uncle or something, like coming in and being like, so fucking your daughter.
Yep.
That would be awful.
Yeah, I agree with this, Heather. I agree with that. I feel like it's much more acceptable if you weren't underage when you met them.
And you know, if you all have, that's weird.
I hated this book because of this. It was grooming. It felt like grooming, the entire thing of it. I was like, absolutely not. He rejected her twice, and she goes to his house in a rainstorm. She gets in his bed, starts masturbating. Yeah. I was like, why? I mean,
is that the first thing you do when you get in somebody else's bed?
The first thing I do when I get into someone's bed who I want to sleep with. The first thing I do, and hope they walk in on me. It gets the job done.
Apparently.
My dad's 35 years older than me. Like, I'm old enough that kids I changed their diapers are now adults. Oh, that's weird. To think about, like, babies growing up.
I would cut somebody if they tried to date one of my nieces, someone that I brought around
when they were babies.
We'll use my ex. I would absolutely, for more than one reason, but in any situation, if I found out that he was trying to date my niece, throats are slit.
Yeah.
People are injured. So I get it to an extent. Like, I get that. And I'm a very protective human anyway. Like, let's just throw that out there. I'm very mama bear.
Mm-hmm. If my ex tried to date my sister, I would kill her.
That would not go well for them.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah.
But, and those are obviously extreme circumstances, and I don't think anything like that will ever happen, but
Mm-hmm.
like, you want to protect your kids and you don't want to feel like you have failed them.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thought about this with my nephew a ton of times because I'm the only family he has here. Like, his mom and dad, and he has me. I'm back to violence, yes.
I never went away from violence.
So, off topic, but I grew up with all boys. I had to learn to be violent and fight back a long time ago. And I am 5'2". And I walk around like a little ray of sunshine, apparently. My nickname in college was Pikachu. Because I was a ball of sunshine, supposedly. Point of that is, I have never been away from violence now. But like, especially with my nephew, I've thought about it like as his only family besides his parents near him. Tamika knows for sure, but like, if you know me, you know that I go out of my way to do things with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get back, baby.
And if I thought I brought somebody around and he turned 18 and was like 18 or 19, and he was like, May, you know this person? We're dating. No. I don't know who told you could. Wasn't me. And then I'd offer to hit him with my car. My sister-in-law would tell me no, and it would be a whole thing.
Yeah, it would be.
Nobody lets me hit people with my car, and I don't know why.
Yeah, your mom told you no once, and I just think it's bullshit.
Everybody but my mom thought that it was bullshit. My mom said she did the right thing.
No, I disagree with that statement.
I said, no, you didn't.
I disagree with that. We could have bailed you out of jail. So does anyone else want to share their thoughts and opinions on this book? Are they going to continue the series? I'm going to start rereading them through audio. I'm 100% going to continue the series. What about you, May?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'll read Katee Robert all day.
Carrie thinks you should also be able to hit people with your car. So
and Carrie doesn't even know the story.
She doesn't, but on one of our late night live shows, we will tell her if you want. Phoenix, baby, there's nothing up here. You got to get down.
I don't know if people are ready to hear it.
I'm not ready to tell it, so we can hold it.
Tamika's not ready to deal with me when I tell it.
I'm afraid it's going to send you into a spiral of bad mental health, and I don't want you to have bad mental health.
Good.
I think that Katee Robert is the best, and I want to meet her so bad. You know what? COVID ruined my life and also saved my life at the same time. Would you like to know how?
Yes.
Well, it saved my life because I didn't get married, because that's the reason I pushed my wedding off.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. I forgot. There's people who probably don't know that.
Oh, my God.
I almost married a man.
But I told her not to date in high school.
Yeah, multiple times. But it also ruined my life because I was supposed to meet Katee Robert at a Polycon in 2020.
Were we going to that together, or were you just taking him?
He was going. We weren't going to go. You said that.
I said no.
Yeah, you said no.
I said I have no money.
Yeah, that was exactly what happened.
Still true, but I'm going this year.
Oh my God, I have like all of her books on audio. I've just not read any of them.
I'm in her Facebook group because of you.
You are, and I did buy a box that was a special edition. that I just have sitting in my
You
library.
bought a box. I'm the one that fought them crazy people for it.
You did in fact fight them for it, but like my credit card paid for it.
Her credit card did pay for it.
My card paid for it, but May fought for it for me because
Listen, for the record, just throwing this out there, if there's anything that you think you can't get, tell me.
Call May. She'll take care of it for you.
Because honest to God, I always end up with what I'm trying to get.
She does, except the ApolloCon tickets. I was able to get those.
You did get the ApolloCon tickets. I got the Shane Dawson collection when that was the thing that everyone wanted.
Yeah, and then
on
we
the
found
first
out
launch.
it was a shitty human.
And then I threw it in the garbage. Except for
I didn't throw mine in the garbage. He already got my money. But
except for that one thing that I'll never throw away.
Yeah, but we found you a dupe though. I really need to read Gianna Darling. I just haven't even like got close. Well, I would like more recommendations for this trope. May, I know you've read some, and you have at least one because you told me about it. So, does anybody have recommendations for Dad's Best Friend?
What was
Because it was the one that has that breeding kink in it. I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
My go-to Dad's Best Friend recommendation is the God, what is that fucking series called? The Mr. Kane series by Shanora Williams. It is my go-to because even though I think that it's too long and it could have been a duet and not a trilogy, it was fantastic. Like, I truly loved both of those characters. And
those books were great.
They were great. They have issues. I'm not going to sit here and say they don't. I feel like the dad is just way too overbearing. Like, it's just constantly him not letting his daughter grow up, which I get, but at the same time, it's obnoxious. And I feel like the other woman, I actually like the other woman drama in it. What I don't like is how long it is. I feel like it could have cut some of it out and it would have been a solid duet instead of a okay trilogy. Oh, that last book, absolutely unnecessary.
The book that I read that I told Tamika about the other day is called Father of the Bride. And I don't remember who the author is. But basically, the best friend of the bride is the maid of honor. She lives in this small town where her and the bride grew up together. And the bride lives in New York City, and there's a snowstorm. They're flying to Vegas to get the bride and the groom, and everyone is flying to Vegas to get married. The best friend's dad and the maid of honor are the only two that are able to make it to Vegas. And he finds out she's going to stay in this like sleazy motel because she can't afford to stay where they're staying.
Is it CS Law?
Huh?
Is it CS Law?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm gonna send it to you. You tell me if this is the cover, and I'll put the copy in the chat.
Because it was really good. I really enjoyed it more than I thought that I would. Because one of those things where it was a novella, and I was like, eh. Did you text? There it is. No. That's not it. Hold on. Chloe Maine. Oh, I also read Above the Shop. That one was good too.
All right, I tried to send the link. I don't think it's gonna let me. Let me try to get.
I seen it. I texted it to you.
I had to grab a shorter one.
Okay. Brother's Best Friend is my favorite trope.
You do love Brother's Best Friend.
It is top tier. I don't know that anything beats it.
Is Dad's best friend close?
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I figured they were just having a party up there.
That sounds like puppies.
It might be puppies. I don't know. They got like 3 dogs up there. Heather, what are you saying no to?
I hope she can't hear the puppies. Brother's best friend is my favorite. Dad's best friend can be close.
Church, stop.
Like it's not terrible. But as a little sister who has, I'll say once again, had a crush on one of her brother's friends for many, many, many years. Brother's best friend is top tier. Because to this day, I still cannot look that man in the face. I turned the color of Tamika's hair. My mama makes fun of me.
It's pretty red.
My mama makes fun of me. I think the last time I saw him, she was standing there.
You're about to end a friendship, Heather. You're about to end a friendship. Somebody call Izzy. We got to get the mom in here to take care of the kids. You've broke her heart, Heather. I'm not joking. One year she said to make it just read Brother's Best Friend Romances. That way you can give me a recommendation video. I'm not kidding. That's what she told me to do for her birthday one year. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that's not why I made the Brother's Best Friend recommendation video.
I am the reason she made the Brother's Best Friend recommendation video. I'm hurt. That's always been my favorite trope.
May, you're being picked on.
I see this. What the hell did I do to everybody?
First I call you out and now
you called me out. Heather just told me she hates my favorite trope.
Poor May.
I'm just over here trying to do my nails and mentally prepare for tomorrow. And talk about this dirty book I read on the internet. Oh, my mama sees this.
Oh, I hope she does too. That'd be ideal.
I hope your mama sees this too.
My mama doesn't know how to work the internet outside of getting on Facebook, so I think I'm all
my
right.
mama just plays gospel music really loud.
I'm
then
still
gets
hoping my
mad.
mama seeing the girl who's from our hometown that had someone try to steal her car in the Herald or in the Dollar General parking lot.
It's Crystal Bowling. What are you doing in my car? Trying to steal it.
Pleads the fifth to the best friend question, though. If y'all haven't seen this video, oh my God, I will share it somewhere. It's my coworker.
So funny.
It's my coworker's stepdaughter.
It's so funny.
It's my favorite thing I've ever seen in my life. It's got like 1 million views now.
It's so funny.
This is not even remotely relevant.
No, it's not, but it was so funny.
All right, does anyone
you got on this live looking for relevance?
Yeah, I knew
you're in the wrong place.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any recommendations for Dad's Best Friend?
If you're looking for Mom's Ex-Boyfriend, check out Above the Shop by Chloe Maine as well.
Yeah.
Where's Proximity? There's only one bed, but he won't sleep in it with her. And she has only been homeschooled, but her mom decides she can go to college. Because
I don't think that you or Izzy know the host for the next Taboo Book Club.
I don't know who it is. How do I not know who it is?
No, neither of you know who the next one is, so it's time to guess who's the host of next month's Taboo Book Club.
Well, it ain't me, and it ain't Izzy, obviously.
You all don't know who it is. I just realized I didn't tell y'all who the next host was.
I don't think it's Ashley.
Ashley was the last one.
Is it Heather?
Everybody start putting your guesses in the comments of who it is.
Is it someone that I would know?
Yeah, you absolutely would know.
Is it Heather?
It's not Heather.
Is it Bree?
It's Bree.
I love Bree.
It's not exactly uncommon for homeschool.
Well, it felt uncommon for the mom not to call her best friend and say, "Hey, I'm sending my kid to live with you." Heather, what did I do to you today? What have I done?
You're gonna hurt May's feelings. You're gonna make her cry, and she doesn't cry.
I'm like this close.
You broke
Had
her.
a rough day. Had a rough year. So I've been told.
Me too. Yes, it's Bree from In Love and Words. She's our next co-host for Taboo Book Club.
You can't hide things from me.
No, do you want to guess what the trope is?
If Bree is doing it, it's not brother's best friend, because if you did that without me, that would end.
It's
our
not
friendship.
taboo.
It could be.
Okay.
Is it Guardian Ward?
No.
Give me a hint.
It's dark.
No shit, Sherlock. Give me a better
Oh,
hint.
I mean, like, it's really dark. Like, if we're on the scale of taboo, it is like past the medium point, leaning into really, really dark. People would more than likely think you were insane for reading these types of books.
Is it demons?
No, it's not quite incest level dark, but
you just did step siblings, like you just did step family.
It's not captive. It is somewhat similar though to captive.
Are you doing serial killers? What the hell? I requested an arc of it's like Love in the Time of Serial Killers or something this week.
It is in fact serial killers. We are reading the Mindfuck series by S.D. Abbey.
I love you both very much.
Just the first book.
I'm
going to read the whole series, but we're just reading the first book of Taboo Book Club.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Let me backtrack here. You turned down my idea of the DNF or Null book club.
I didn't turn it down.
You did too, Carrie.
I didn't have enough time. And you said every other month, and I said, cool, I can do every other month. I couldn't do more than that.
Where is Carrie?
Carrie's in here. Yes, it's just the first one. It is the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey. Yes. But it's just book one. Carrie's in here. Carrie, you can tell her that I agreed. Y'all get Carrie, leave me alone. I said
Carrie, she did not agree. She said no.
I said
she wouldn't read the book.
That's also true. I probably wouldn't read the book. But I'd say DNF or no, and I'd be like, oh.
No. Did you want him to?
I kind of liked how he talked to her, but I have a humiliation kink. So,
well, then, do you want another side tangent story about how I wore a new dress to the play I went to, and the dad of the little boy I was there to watch tapped me on the shoulder and handed me the tag off my dress because I forgot to rip the tag off of it before I left the house?
It do be like that.
We had a good laugh about it.
I'm glad.
I don't think he was shocked because he does live with my coworker who does deal with me. Izzy did say no to the book club too. I'm trying to be more active because I'm almost done with my master's. And you all just won't let me.
I suggested for us to do a live for the Never King. I also suggested for you to do another thing with the Never King, and you said that's a good idea. I'm helping. I don't want to say what it is out loud in case you decide not to do it. Because if you decide not to do it, I'm going to do it. It's the thing Izzy said no to, again.
Oh, it's the thing that I'm doing with you, though, right? But not with that author.
Yes.
Not that person.
Give lots of hints out, May.
Huh?
I said you're giving lots of hints.
We could do it without Izzy, but... No, Heather, I think you're mad at me, and I don't know what I did. I haven't threatened to use violence against you. I said I was back, and I posted a video, and I got the shingles.
That is what happened.
That is, in fact, what happened. I was so excited to be back, and got the damn shingles.
She says to calm down. She's just not using emojis.
Okay.
Phoenix, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Because, Heather, if I did something, just tell me. I'll cry about it. Because I'll think I hurt your feelings, because that's who I am as a human.
She will, in fact.
I called Tamika after one live where I was mean to her, and I was like, you know, I love you, and I was just joking, right? And she's like, yeah. Are you crying? I was like, I'm afraid I hurt your feelings.
She did.
She did. That happened. That's what happens when you have emotionally unstable friends.
To be fair, I am emotionally unstable, so.
I never claimed to be stable.
Yeah. All right. We're not even talking about the book anymore, so.
We're having a good time.
Well, I'm going to end the live because we've talked about the book, and we're coming up on an hour. So I will be announcing. Okay, so Heather says that she's not even slightly bothered.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. Thanks, Heather. I love you.
She needs reassurance. I also need reassurance all the time. I will have a video out on Sunday announcing announcing the Taboo Book Club for everybody else, so you all get like the early access to know because you were here. But we're reading the first book in the Mindfuck series by S.D. Abbey. The co-host is going to be Bree from In Love and Words. Date tentatively the last Thursday in June. That is subject to change. I have to confirm with Bree, but that's what we're looking at right now. I'll get full details later.
Also, we will let you know when we're going to do the Never King and the Dark One live.
Yeah, we'll post about that. I'll share that on my community tab. Once
we have to figure that out.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
So yeah. we'll get that together, and that'll hopefully go out by this weekend.
Yeah.
So check Tamika and Izzy's stuff for that.
Yeah.
You'll be part of it.
Oh my God. I love you so much. My heart. You're going to send me into convulsions over here.
I just operate as if everybody hates me.
I'm going to have you on here more often for Taboo Book Club.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Everybody loves you.
Somebody did request that I be in all the lives.
I love that someone did that. I think it was Cherry.
Was it Cherry?
I think it was Cherry.
Somebody just said it needs to be made all the time.
Yeah, I think Cherry said that.
They get tired of me. They get this constantly.
We do get this this is our daily.
This is just us talking. Like, this is not us putting on for you.
This is literally us daily.
Like, the only difference is I'm not in the kitchen.
The other only difference is no, I'm in my floor.
I'm not drinking a Diet Mountain Dew. I'm drinking
a water. Izzy here right now. I mean, we could ask her to pop in, but I think she's got her partner here with her right now. I thought it was you too. I love you, Carrie.
I love you
so much.
You guys.
I also love you, Heather, and I love you. And where's everybody else? Hold on. I think Ashley's gone. So, but I love Ashley. I love everybody that's here, even if you're just lurking. Phoenix said she loves you too. So
Phoenix said, "How dare you take my mother's love from me, you bitches."
That is what she said. She is, in fact, not a sharer. She does not share.
This has turned into a love fest. I like that it went from, let's talk about this Daddy Kink book. We just love everybody. It's fun.
You know what, Heather? I love you too. Phoenix does love boxes, but not as much as Church loves boxes.
Churchy does love boxes.
Churchy is always in a box, constantly. He sits on
Also,
them.
Super, super random. Why do I add that to boy names? I don't do it to my nieces.
I call
do it to my
Church
nephews.
too.
I do it to all my nephews.
I don't know.
Because you got Potato and Rushy.
You don't do it to Dallas.
Because Dallas, he sounds stupid.
But Churchy doesn't?
No. I can't do it to the Squeakquel. His name won't do it. He has a name now. Did I tell you?
No, you haven't told me. You can
We
tell
have
me
a
when
name.
it's live.
I'll tell you after. But yeah, we have a name.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to end the live. I'm glad you all came and sat here and listened to me and May go on about who knows what.
If you guys want me to do these more, harass her.
Well, I will probably include May more. She wants to be. That's Phoenix. She wants Aunt May to be included.
Phoenix always wants Aunt May. What are you talking about?
All right. I'm going to end the live. I'm glad you all were here. Make sure you're looking in the Discord for all the announcements and stuff. That's the baby again. Also, I'm going to tell you all here because I don't know if anyone else has seen it. Taboo Book Club has merch now. There are shirts. Do I have
ordered
one?
mine.
No, but there are 2 shirts. And I just want to tell everybody because I'm really excited about
There
it.
were 4 new shirts.
There's 2 new shirts for Taboo Book Club, and I love them, and I just want everybody to know about them.
Did I buy them?
You did.
Okay.
There's 4 new designs, but 2 of them are Taboo Book Club. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna end the live. Make sure you're staying in the Discord for all the stuff. I'm gonna try to be more active there. No guarantees because I'm not even active in the Discord that I'm supposed to be active in. Sorry, everybody. I love everyone. We'll see you next week. Not next week. In 2 months. I mean, you'll see me in May next week, but you know.
We're probably going to end up doing a freaking Saturday night.
We have a live tomorrow. Y'all see us tomorrow. We have a live tomorrow.
9 to 11 Eastern.
On
Isabel's channel. On
Isabel's. Happy for now. We'll see you there. Bye, everyone. Look at you, Heather. My favorite. This is why I love you.
Sweet Heather.